Well, as we come to the final days of Advent, the liturgical readings bring us into the company of the principal figures in the unfolding drama of the Incarnation. Mary and Joseph, of course, and also Elizabeth and Zachariah. Immediately or eventually, they each come to embrace the mystery that is God with us. And each came to obediently accept their role in the arrival of grace and truth into our world. Grace and truth that is the person of Jesus Christ. 2,000 years ago, God invited a somewhat impoverished, entirely unknown collection of people living in obscurity in the middle of nowhere to be the protagonists in the great big plan to save the world. All that was required was obedience to grace and truth. And here, at the end of Advent, at the end of 2016, in whatever settings we find ourselves in, He invites us to do the same. He wants to use us to help bring His Son into our communities and parishes, into our families and neighborhoods. We're invited to obey the prompting and commands of God, like Elizabeth and Zachariah, like Mary and Joseph. God gives us the truth of where He wants us to go and what He wants us to do. And then He gives us the grace to do it. But in between truth and grace comes obedience, our willingness to respond and to cooperate. I don't know what God has been tugging on your heartstrings or prompting you to do this Christmas. Maybe it's something big, like reaching out to a family member who's disaffected and disengaged. Maybe it's something simple, like visiting a neighbor who's isolated and alone this holiday. Maybe it's something unexpected, like an act of kindness or generosity for someone you don't even know. We're scarcely aware of how lives are changed, families strengthened, hearts renewed, history redirected by even a single simple act of obedience to the grace and truth that is God with us.